Hardinera, Filipino meatloaf, or simply Big Embutido. No matter how you call it, it's delicious and it's easy to make. Mga kababayan, samahan niyo ako, ibida natin ating pagkain Pinoy sa buong mundo. At mag-English tayo. You're watching the Filipino food series. Let's join Romulo at his small kitchen. Romulo here, your kuya and uncle here in Holland. From Pangasinan, cooking in Holland. I'm cooking tonight Tagalog. Favorite. It's not known in Pangasinan. I haven't heard this being prepared in our events in Pangasinan. Hardinera. I'd like to think about it as a big embutido. So the ingredients are the same. I'll show you. And these are the ingredients. I'll be using 1 kilo of ground beef here. I'll be softening it by adding breadcrumbs, carrots, raisins, paprika or bell pepper, and of course don't forget our usual sofrito. I'm using 2 eggs to bind them, or to bind the mixture together. I don't have here, but I'll be using tomato paste as well, or tomato sauce. And to enhance the flavor further, beef cube, plus eggs to decorate. I mean, cooked eggs, and of course, grated cheese. I just love a whole lot lots of cheese here. Let's start our stir fry. I didn't tell you about the other needs, just oil, the salt and pepper. Those are basic in cooking. I didn't tell them in the list of ingredients, but they are given in cooking. Let's start with the onions. And the garlic. And let's add the colorful ingredients. They're not nicely chopped. I used the machine. I learned my lesson here. Next time when I do stir fry on camera, I'll be using a bigger wok. Spills don't look good on camera. Look at that. Messy. If you're offended or disturbed by this, look away. Sorry. I think this is my very first pan in Holland. I think this is more than 15 years old. And I love it. Perfect for small cooking. I ran out of tomato sauce, so I'm using my homemade. I canned this myself. I grow the tomatoes myself. Proudly homemade. I also have this dried tomato. I'll add it. The sun enhances the flavor. Everything dried, from dried fish, dried fruits, raisins for instance, are much more delicious than the fresh ones. Same here. But freshly ground pepper is more delicious. This is an exception. And stir it carefully. Avoid spilling. Romulo, people are watching. It's not cooked, but it has to cool down before mixing the rest of the ingredients. So fortunately it's winter, I just bring this outside. It's lower than 10 degrees centigrade outside, so that's cooler than inside the refrigerator. While waiting, let's apply butter to this aluminum foil covering my mold here to avoid sticking. Let's start mixing now. This will be messy, that's why I wore my apron. Even messier. The raisins. I think it's something we've learned from the Middle Eastern, adding fruits to our dish. This really smells good. It can be eaten now, but the extra touch would be the steaming. Now, the breadcrumbs help in softening the loaf, otherwise it will be hard. I made this myself. It's an old baguette. You don't have to buy breadcrumbs for your dishes. Just grind any bread you have. I remember the legendary cook in our barrio, the late Chudoro de la Rosa. Crackers were always in his shopping list. Yes, he used them. And now the cheese. Grated cheese. I can find my knife. Imagine cheese are available grated. I prefer to grate the cheese myself. It's part of the fun, really. And the eggs. The reason why adequate cooling was needed is that we don't want the eggs to be cooked. We want the eggs to be able to bind the loaf as we oven it or as we steam it. Let's decorate our loaf a bit. How about placing the eggs at the bottom of the mold so that when we flip the loaf upside down, it will have yellow features on top. Of course, if I only have cut or sliced the eggs into halves, it should have been easier. Just leave that one alone and feel the mold. My mold is perfect. I mean, the size is perfect. Cover it with aluminum foil. Seal the moisture in by using this aluminum foil and allow also some steam to escape by making small holes and into the oven. It's in the oven, but look, there's water. I'm basically steaming it. I don't have a steamer that big, that's why I'm using the oven a la bain-marie or baño Maria. 45 minutes at 175 degrees centigrade. It's not ready. Let's see what we have. Look at that. Let's invert it. It's really hot. See what we have here. Look at that! Not bad for a first time attempt. Look, it doesn't look good on this tray, but this is the only tray I have. It's perfect, I'd say. If you can only smell it. Holiday recipe here on Channel 1. Thank you for joining your kuya. And if you enjoyed watching this series, don't forget to subscribe. And better yet, join me sa pagbibida ng ating pagkain sa buong mundo. Share it. Until next time, your kuya and uncle here in Holland, Romelo. Diyos nagbati. Ginataang na puso ng saging. Humble recipe along with our Hardinera. Recipe from the homeland.